Personal protective equipment. The use of personal protective equipment is required in specific work areas for the protection of workers from various occupational hazards. PPE is not a substitute for adequate engineering or administrative controls. PPE typically includes gloves, coveralls, eye protection, respirators, etc. Personal protective equipment is designed to protect employees from serious workplace injuries or illnesses resulting from contact with chemical, physical, mechanical, electrical, or other workplace hazards. Personal protective equipment or PPE refers to items typically worn by a worker to provide protection from recognized hazards. Electrical personal protective equipment. Goggles and face protection. Goggles and face protection must be used when at risk from flying particles, liquid chemicals, acids, or caustic liquids and chemical gases. There are various goggles for face protection with certain design criteria for safety. Ang goggles at face protection ay tumutulong maprotektahan ang ating mata at mukha mula sa mga small particles na lumilipad kasama sa hangin at gayon din maprotektahan tayo laban sa mga liquid chemicals, acids at chemical gases. Safety shoes with impact protection. Safety shoes with impact protection are used in work areas where heavy objects or tools could be accidentally dropped on the feet. Safety shoes with puncture protection are required when working around nails, wire tacks, scrap metals, and other objects that could pierce the feet. So ito yung sinusuot sa ating mga paa upang proteksyonan mula dun sa mga bagay na mabibigat na pwedeng mahulog at pwede ring protekta sa ating mga paa mula sa pagkatusok or pagkasugat. Gloves. Gloves are required to protect your hands from cuts, scrapes, punctures, burns, chemical absorption, and exhaust temperature. It is crucial that the type of glove being used is the right one for the job. Ito yung sinusuot sa mga kamay upang maproteksyonan laban sa mga gasgas, usok, at pagkasunog o pagkapasok. Gayon din sa pagka-expose sa mga chemicals na ating hinahawakan. Earmuffs or earplugs. Earmuffs or earplugs must be made available as a last resort if it is not possible to make the workplace less noisy. The requirement is a small part of the occupational noise exposure standard, which requires employers to ensure that workers are exposed to less than 90 decibels of noise over an 8-hour period. Ito yung inalalagay sa ating mga tenga upang mabawasan yung ingay na naririnig natin sa ating mga workplace para hindi ma-damage ang ating mga tenga. Respirators. Appropriate respirators must be worn as a last resort if it is not possible. Respirators serve to protect the user from breathing in contaminants in the air, thus preserving the health of one's respiratory tract. Ito yung tumutulong na hindi natin malanghap yung mga contaminants sa hangin para hindi tayo magkaroon ng sakit. Protective suits. Protective suits are worn to protect your body and skin against potential splashes of chemicals, cuts, burns, scrapes, punctures, and exhaust temperature. So ito yung sinusuot natin upang maproteksyonan ang ating katawan at balat mula sa mga chemicals na pwedeng matapon sa atin at pwedeng makahiwa, makasunog o paso, makagasgas at makatusok sa ating mga balat or katawan. Protective hat. Protective hat is a type of helmet predominantly used in workplace environments such as industrial or construction sites to protect the head from injury due to falling objects, impact with other objects, debris, rain, and electric shock. Suspension bands inside the helmet spread the helmet's weight and the force of any impact over the top of the head. So ito naman yung isinusuot natin sa ating ulo upang maproteksyonan sa mga bagay na pwedeng mahulog o tumama sa ating mga ulo. Ito rin yung nagsisilbing proteksyon natin laban sa ulan at electric shock. Remember, personal protective equipment or PPE is protective clothing, helmets, goggles, or other garments or equipment designed to protect the wearer's body from injury or infection. The purpose of personal protective equipment is to reduce workers' exposure to hazards. PPE is needed when there are hazards present.